So day 2 is all about calming the mind and the body and just setting ourselves up so that we feel really great. And this is really important to help us make good quality decisions over the coming weeks and make sure that our relationships stay on a good tact, right? If we all kind of get too tense and snappy with one another, that's really not going to help. And for many of you, you are home for the first time in a really long time with your kids 24 hours a day, and that is such a beautiful thing. But these little beautiful children are full of energy and craziness, and so we want to have some really good strategies so that, you know, when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't cope, you've already worked something out where you're going to go take yourself away, calm down, remember how beautiful these children are with their abundance of energy, and come back and be in a good place with them. So it's really about you deciding on some practices, and there are so many practices online that won't cost you anything. And so one of the things you can do is, like me, you can come to the beach right now and listen to dogs barking in the background or seagulls chirping away. For me, that's something that makes me feel really calm, just being by the water, being able to, you know, take my shoes off and walk on the sand. I find that very relaxing, very calming. So it's a part of my practice. Getting up in the morning and doing a meditation or some yoga or some exercise to get centered, to release any stress that's in your body. Each of us is different. So for some people, going for a nice intense run is going to make them feel really good and calm, and for other people that would be quite stressful. So it's about what works for you, and about you knowing you. And if this is new to you, this is just such an amazing opportunity for you to explore this. So things for you to consider: meditation in the morning, priming. If you don't know about priming, it's incredible. It's a great way to stay connected with what your goals are, which is really important right now. And it's a beautiful practice for gratitude as well. So again, go Google it, give it a go, see if that works for you. Beautiful rituals in terms of gratitude in the morning, or setting some intentions in terms of, you know, what you want to achieve in the day. Just having those practices so you feel that you have a purpose for the day, you know what you're going to do, you can kind of, switch out what's going on in the world and focus on you and what is important. Having some nighttime rituals is also important. For some of you throughout the day, there may be some fearful thoughts coming in, so being able to journal those and get them out of the body and out of the mind is really useful, and then just letting it go. Again, nighttime meditations are a really great way of calming the mind so that you can go off to sleep. Great things to do in terms of, we'll be doing more of this, but, you know, picking maybe some fun things to watch online, happy movies, just so you can kind of, step out of the madness that may be existing, and just enjoy yourself. You can involve your family in this. If you're at home with the family, what are some things that they may like to do? And then we come to things such as the breath, and being really conscious about the impact of how you're breathing throughout the day. So checking in with yourself a few times throughout the day to say, how am I breathing? When we get stressed, we tend to breathe up nice and high in our lungs, and we hold our breath. You'll notice people do that when they're stressed. And it's just important that we really honor our breath at the moment and focus on beautiful diaphragmatic breathing. Again, something that you can Google and look for some practices with, but it might, if you're not familiar with it, then just even putting your hands on your belly so that you focus on breathing, deep into your lungs, and your belly comes out, and then when you exhale, your belly's going to go in. And if you think about a little baby who's sleeping, and you watch them, their little belly goes up and down, and because they haven't learnt to be stressed yet. So this is really what we need to do, and it really, really helps to calm our nervous system. So you might want to have a practice where you're breathing in for 6, nice and slowly, holding for 6, and breathing out for 6 or 8. If your exhale is longer, that's even better. That sends really great signals to your mind and your nervous system. So really, maybe you want to be thinking about that. I'm going to check in with myself. You might want to have a little reminder on your phone. How am I breathing? If you get tense, then that would be a question, how am I breathing right now? And just taking yourself off and calming yourself down by using the breath. It really is probably the fastest way to calm yourself. And other things for you to consider right now are, what are you putting in your body, in your system? Are they things that really serve your body right now and make it feel great and let it heal and build energy? Or are they things that perhaps are stimulants that your body has to now deal with as well? So stimulants might be caffeine and sugar, alcohol, fried foods, all those types of things. There's going to be a lot of people who are comfort eating right now, and again, this can be a time just to say, okay, I'm not going to make myself wrong for that, but I'm going to go take a look at that and then work out how to serve my body so it can be calmer and healthier. So drinking lots of water and, you know, fresh healthy foods is going to be great for serving your system. So lots of cool ideas for you, and I just recommend that today the exercise is that you just pick 2 or 3 things. Keep it simple to start with. You can always add more things later, but pick 2 or 3 things that you are going to do that just remind you to get centered and calm and breathe and get present, rather than maybe projecting out into the future as to what might happen. We're here, we're alive. There are many amazing things that are going to come into this world through this. Focusing on that is a great way to calm the mind as well. And so, yeah, just pick a few things, write them maybe on a post-it note and stick them on your mirror or on your fridge, in your car, just reminders of the practices that you're going to do. And a morning practice and an evening practice are just super supportive in terms of you feeling great. So I'm keen to see what you do. Stay in touch, message me.